Did Glock just sell out and support gun control with their recent letter to Oklahoma? Let's get into it. I can understand SIG selling out for the almighty dollar, but Glock? Man. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Anthony, and here we talk about all things preparedness, training, and education. And today we are talking about getting an education on selling out for the almighty dollar. So if you haven't heard, on August 19th, Glock Inc. sent a letter to David Hardin, or Representative David Hardin of Oklahoma, and he chairs the Oklahoma Public Safety Commission. In that letter, Glock urged Oklahoma to pass legislation banning these things that go on the back of a Glock that I can't name on this channel for fear of retribution by YouTube. But these little things that make your Glock go from pew, pew, pew to brrrr. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look that up and see for yourself. If you do know what I'm talking about, well, if you know, you know. So Glock urged Oklahoma to pass laws banning those items. And that's very interesting, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts as we get into this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And you know what? The only kind of gun control I'm in favor of is when you want to buy one, you resist. When you want to buy 2, 3, 4, or 5. And that's the gun control that we need. Is, you know, you need a little bit of control spending your money. Don't go out and buy too many guns. Unless you can afford it, and then go out and buy all the guns that you want to. Hey, if you want to support this channel, go down and get yourself one of these cool gun control t-shirts. It helps me bring you great content like this, and then you get a cool t-shirt out of the deal too. So let's get back to this letter that Glock sent to Oklahoma. It's important to note with this letter that those pew-pew devices are already banned under federal law. However, Oklahoma does not have a state law banning those devices. And because Oklahoma doesn't have a state law banning those devices, it can be harder for local police and authorities to press charges without inviting the feds in to help out with that situation. So that's the gist of the letter, and you can imagine once that letter was drafted and the internet got a hold of it, just as we are doing right now, the backlash towards Glock, well, they ought to receive some backlash. What's your opinion on it? I think they need some backlash. And we know why they're doing it. I don't know if it sounds like it to you, like it sounds like it to me, but when Glock presses a state government for a ban on a gun part, it sounds like they're supporting gun control to me. It's almost like they're selling out on the Second Amendment. Again, what do you think? But you know, Glock should be smarter than that. You know, we know SIG isn't smarter than that, because they will sell you out in a minute, even if their gun shoots you in the leg or takes your life. They will sell you under the bus in a heartbeat. But Glock should know better than that, being the largest handgun manufacturer in the world today, and the most popular handgun manufacturer in the world. They should know better than that. But the almighty dollar always gets its grip on companies, and it seems to have gotten its grip on Glock right now. So that's where the story gets real interesting. It's really not about the state of Oklahoma. It's really about the state of New Jersey. So if you don't know that, Glock has been hit hard in the state of New Jersey with lawsuits claiming that Glock should be held liable for crimes that are committed with illegally modified handguns. You know, putting the into the pew, pew, pew. And basically the argument goes like this. Hey, Glock, you didn't do enough to stop those modifications from taking place, or you've made your guns too simple for that modification to take place. And so you ought to be held liable. That's the argument anyway. So, you know, lawsuits like that are super dangerous. They're super dangerous for setting precedents that gun manufacturing companies can be held liable for what illegal things are done to guns by gun owners to commit crimes. And so it can open up a legal precedence if Glock is found guilty. So what is Glock actually doing? Are they attacking the Second Amendment? No, they're saving face, but they do have to make a choice whether they're going to look like they are advocating for gun control in this instance, because what they're actually doing is they are saying to the courts and they are saying to the powers that be that make decisions over them, hey, we're concerned and we're taking action, by doing things like this in the state of Oklahoma. We're taking action to tell lawmakers to ban these, so we're not ignoring the problem. So they want to be seen as proactive and helpful. Although it may come back to haunt them in the very near future, we will see. So this letter, although it is about gun laws, it's not as much about gun laws as it is about protecting Glock's legal defense in the state of New Jersey for these lawsuits that are being levied against them. Now, find yourself between a rock and a hard place or a Glock and a hard place, what do? Well, Glock has shown what they do, and they write in and say, hey, look, we're in favor of banning these things. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, what do you think? Is Glock actually supporting gun control? We know they're trying to preserve their bottom line. They're trying not to get guilty verdicts and trying not to be found guilty in these other lawsuits. But what should they do? Honestly, I'm interested in your opinion on that. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let's start a discussion about it. So let's hone in on the bigger picture. Here's the dilemma. On one hand, Glock is protecting itself. And I get it. Nobody who owns a company wants to be bankrupted by frivolous lawsuits. But on the other hand, perception matters, and you can't just go firing letters out asking for legislation to ban certain gun components that Americans, by virtue of the Second Amendment and our constitutional rights, have the legal right to own. And so you cannot go and do that as well. And so optics matter. When the biggest and most popular handgun manufacturer in the world asks the state legislature to ban certain handgun parts, that seems like a betrayal to gun owners. At least that's what it sounds like on paper to me. Even if it is about already federally illegal devices, the word ban strikes a nerve, doesn't it? Strikes a nerve with me. So in this case, you wind up with a split decision among gun owners and Second Amendment rights advocates. On the one side, you have, hey, I know Glock is trying to protect their name. They're trying to protect their bottom line, their business, their reputation. And on the other hand, it sounds like a betrayal to their customer base and to the Second Amendment in general. Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I try to read all the comments, and I'm pretty good about reading all the comments. I'm not able to answer and reply to all the comments, especially if the video gets bigger and bigger. So if you found this breakdown helpful, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you always receive notifications when we put out videos like this. As always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for making the choice to defend yourself and those you love. And as always, God bless you and yours.